Hello everybody and welcome to Gene's Reviews. Reviews from a regular dude. Where I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, I react to YouTube videos, and I review YouTube channels. And I do whatever the hell I want. Today we're watching a video from Top 5 Unknowns. This is Top 5 Celebrities Who Predicted Their Early Deaths. I don't know, I've heard said that, if you can pretty much will it to happen. I don't know if that's true or not, but maybe it has something to do with it. You think about it all the time, and that's the way it happens. So let's check this out right now.
These celebrities gained worldwide fame mostly due to their amazing talents. Unfortunately for them, they were victims of an early grave. Did they see their early deaths coming? In this video, we take a look at some celebrities who eerily predicted their own early deaths. Number 5. Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix was born in Seattle of the United States on November 25, 1942. He was raised by his mum while his dad fought in World War II. His mum originally named him John Hendrix, but once his dad returned, he divorced his wife and took Jimmy with him, renaming him James. He received the nickname Jimmy in London in 1966. After dropping out of high school, he joined the army for a short-lived time, as less than a year after joining, he received a medical discharge for a broken ankle. He then went on to chase his music dream by moving to London in 1966. Although his mainstream career only lasted for 4 years, he is considered to be one of the most influential electric guitarists in history of popular music. Not only is he remembered for his great music, but also his unconventional style of playing the guitar. Not only did he play upside down to account for his left-handedness, he could also play with his teeth and behind his back. Jimi Hendrix died at St. Mary's Abbot Hospital in London on September 18, 1970 at the age of 27. He died of asphyxia due to aspiration of vomit after taking 18 times the recommended amount of the sedative Vesparax. 5 years before his death in 1965 at the age of 22, Jimmy wrote these lyrics for the song The Ballad of Jimmy. Number 4. Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, the king of pop, a child star born to entertain and forced to grow up fast. Michael started his professional music career at the age of 5 as a member of his family's group, the Jackson 5. In 1971, Michael went solo to gain even greater success and is considered to be the greatest entertainer of all time. Michael Jackson has broken 39 world records, including the best-selling album of all time, which remains to be Thriller with 65 million sales. He has 350 plus million record sales worldwide, placing him third on the list of top 5 best-selling music artists. On June 25, 2009, Michael Jackson died. His cause of death was ruled as cardiac arrest due to propofol and benzodiazepine intoxication. Before Michael Jackson died, he stated he was involved in a conspiracy which wanted to see Michael's downfall.
My album's #1 all over the world. All over the world. America's the only one because I don't want to say too much.
But it's not #1 in the United States.
It's conspiracy, yeah. I don't want to say too much. I'm done.
Sony, being being the artist that I am at Sony, I've generated several $1 billion for Sony, several billion, and they really thought that my mind is always on music and dancing and it usually is, but they never thought that this performer, myself, would outthink them. I own half of Sony's publishing, and I'm leaving them, and they're very angry at me. The way they get revenge is to try and destroy my album.
I believe that.
It became the all-time best-selling album in history in the Guinness Book of World Records. Overnight, they called me a freak. They called me a homosexual. They called me a child molester. They said I tried to bleach my skin. They made everything to turn the public against me. This was all complete conspiracy. You have to know that.
I have a tendency to believe it.
He told his closest friends and relatives that people were actively trying to kill him.
People controlled him. They controlled him, they did what they wanted, and it was very difficult for him to say no, no, no. We've tried so many times to intervene, and it's not always that easy because they keep everybody at bay. They keep everyone away, actually. But by controlling him, controlling his thoughts, control what he does, not letting any, giving orders, not letting anyone through the gates, not letting anyone near security, things of that nature. And this way they have him and they control whatever he does.
See, this is a conspiracy that we're dealing with. And a lot of people don't know that and understand it. They only know what the media feeds you, as you well know, because we believe. See, the media is the eyes and ears to the world. Whatever they feed us is what we hear. True. And that's what we believe. And that's what the media is doing. Well, Michael told me before he passed, he told me that he was afraid that he was going to die. He was going to be murdered, he said.
He thought he would be murdered?
Oh, yeah, he did. He said that to me. So, homicide's a murder as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
No shit. Nothing like stating the obvious.
Homicide's a murder.
Conrad Murray to do these things. There's other people that's involved in Conrad Murray, just a fall guy. I'm after justice and have to get all the guys that was treating Michael wrong. And it was more than just Conrad Murray.
The last week of the trial, I got a call from Joe and a message from his mother that I needed to come out and just take a look at him because they was worried about his demeanor. When I get there, I go to the trial. From there, we go back to Neverland. And he asked me to come upstairs, and he grabbed me and started crying, said, please don't leave me. They're trying to kill me. And I said, when's the last time you ate? He said, no, they'll poison me. I said, well, when's the last time you drank water? And so one thing led to another. I said, I need to take you to a hospital. He said, no, they'll kill me.
As Michael owned a catalogue of Sony publishing worth billions of dollars, conspiracy theories have arose which speculate people within the music industry sought after Michael Jackson to obtain the catalogue. Number 3. Kurt Cobain. Kurt Cobain was born in Aberdeen, Washington on the 20th of February 1967. He started to show an interest in music at the early age of 2, and at the age of 4, he began to play the piano and wrote a song about a trip to the local park. While in the 8th grade at the age of 14, Kurt reportedly told a fellow classmate that he was going to grow up to become a famous musician who would later go on to kill himself. In 1984, at the age of 17, Kurt along with band member Chris Novoselic made a short 10-minute horror film by the name of Kurt's Bloody Suicide. The film featured disturbing scenes including Chris standing shirtless in the center of a pentagram while wearing a mask and Kurt Cobain self-harming. In December of 1987, Kurt Cobain formed the band Nirvana and they reached mainstream success in 1991 with their album Nevermind. They would go on to sell 75 million records worldwide. On April 5th, 1994, at the age of 27, Kurt Cobain committed suicide by shotgun blast to the head. There has been much conspiracy and controversy surrounding his death.
Yeah.
Number 2. Princess Diana.
himself.
Diana Spencer was born on July 1st, 1961. On the 29th of July 1981, at the age of 20, she became Princess Diana. Her and Prince Charles' wedding was seen by a televised audience of 750 million people. Diana came under worldwide media scrutiny after her and Charles divorced on the 28th of August 1996. Just over a year after their divorce, Princess Diana, along with her boyfriend Dodi Fayed and driver Henry Paul, were killed in a car crash in the Pont d'Alma tunnel in Paris, France. Princess Diana died at the age of 36. Her funeral was televised, becoming one of the United Kingdom's highest ever viewed televised events, peaking at 32 million viewers. Dodi Fayed's dad, Mohammed Al Fayed, believes the British intelligence agency MI6 were used under the order of Prince Philip in order to take out Diana due to her relationship with Dodi. In 1993, Diana wrote a letter to her butler which contained creepy revelations. In the letter, she wrote, "This particular phase in my life is most dangerous. My husband is planning an accident in my car, brake failure or some serious head injury, in order to make the path clear for him to marry Tiggy. Camilla is nothing more than a decoy, so we are being used by the man in every sense of the word." Number 1. Tupac Shakur. This has got to be the strangest case on the list, as Tupac predicted what was going to happen in his life, in his music, before the events took place. Tupac was born in East Harlem, New York on
when
June
you live
16,
that lifestyle,
1971. He began his rap career in
adds to it
1987, but didn't receive much attention from the entertainment industry
I think
until
Suge Knight
1990,
knows more
after
than
he
he's
was
saying.
featured in the movie Nothing But Trouble soundtrack. After splitting from a group called Digital Underground, he released his first solo album in 1991 titled Tupacalypse Now under Interscope Records. It sold 900,000 copies. Tupac's eerie predictions began on his third studio album titled Me Against the World, released on March 14, 1995. It sold 3.5 million copies. Tupac made history with this album, becoming the first artist to have an album at #1 on the Billboard 200 while serving a prison sentence. He served a 9-month prison sentence for a falsely accused rape case.
It's not even about my trial no more. It's just about loud rap music, tattoo having thugs. It's not even about me no more. It's about, you know, some nightmare that these people having.
She's talking about thug life and all that, trying to...
He's definitely guilty. Anybody with thug life tattooed on their stomach is guilty. What type of reasoning is that? You know what I'm saying? We got different backgrounds. We come from 2 different places. Just because I look different than her doesn't mean that I'm a sodomizer or a raper. They've said it in the... I can't understand why it's this close. They talking about there's no evidence that I ever sodomized her, even though you put that all over the paper. And every time they take a quote out of this courtroom, they take a quote from out of her mouth, which is, you know, the stuff to put me in jail. It's nothing that's been true. I just want print the facts so everybody can sort it out. My life is ruined because nobody has a chance to get the facts.
And the fact is that there was no semen found.
No semen found, no forcible entry, no entry into the anal, no nothing, none of that. You know,
and no fingerprints on the gun.
No fingerprints on the guns, you know what I'm saying?
On November 30th, 1994, the day before the verdict for his sexual abuse case was to be announced, Tupac was shot 5 times and robbed outside a quad recording studio in Manhattan.
In every album, if you go backwards, people are just getting turned on to me. If you go backwards and you listen to the other albums I've put out, it was a prophecy. This album, Me Against the World, was made before I went to jail, before I got shot. And all I'm talking about is going to jail and getting shot. So it was a prophecy. So when the album comes out, then you hear about what's really going on in my real life. I mean, I don't have to say I'm keeping it real. You can listen to the music and go, whoa. You know what I mean? He said that. If I die tonight, he said that. In Outlaw, where I said some dudes in a mask coming to shoot me,
So if he knows all that to be true, why does he say all that stuff?
Tupac Shakur is in a hospital recovering from serious gunshot wounds as a New York jury deliberates his fate regarding sexual abuse charges. Police say Shakur was the victim of a robbery, and though the wounds were serious, he has been conscious and able to talk to his mother on the phone.
Shortly after midnight, 12...
Okay, see, he's saying that it was a prophecy because he mentioned it in his lyrics and stuff like that. So if he believes that, why wouldn't you start saying stuff, you know, to prolong your life? Be happy, you know. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Tupac Shakur was shot 5 times in the lobby of this Manhattan building right behind me. Police say it appeared to be a robbery attempt committed by 3 men as Tupac was on his way to a recording studio on the 8th floor of the Powers building. Shakur is reported in serious but stable condition at Bellevue Hospital and entered surgery at 10 a.m. Wednesday morning to check for internal bleeding.
Tupac was bailed out of Clinton Correctional Facility on October 12, 1995. Death Row Records head Suge Knight paid $1.5 million in bail for his release. In return, Tupac would sign to Death Row Records and release 3 albums. Upon his release, Death Row made Tupac the main priority, giving him all the instrumentals they had completed. Under Death Row, Tupac completed his 4th studio album titled All Eyes on Me. He completed All Eyes on Me within 14 days, making 3 songs a day.
We only got 2 weeks to do this whole album, complete it, mix it down and everything. We don't have time or the luxury to spend all of this time doing one song. We don't have it. We got to somehow find a way that we could double up on it. Because I did my whole album, I know it ain't all of that, but I did my whole album like 3 songs a day. Because I was just laying it, rocking it, then getting off. You can mix it later and have niggas that love being in the studio all night, just adding a drum beat at a time and shit. You can do that after the rappers leave and shit.
He once again made history with this album, becoming the first double full-length hip-hop solo studio album released for mass consumption. It sold 5 million copies. The eerie predictions continued through this album.
I heard boom, I died, murdered and cold.
Tupac was shot in Las Vegas on September 7th, 1996 after attending a Bruce Seldon-Mike Tyson fight. He died on Friday, September 13th due to ballistic trauma. He was 25 years of age.
In case you see me out in traffic, looking nervous and hot, my hands holding my pistols, will they serve us a dot?
Tupac's fifth and final studio album titled The Don Columinati The 7-Day Theory was released almost 2 months after his death on November 5th, 1996. He completed the album within 3 days. The original name was going to be The 3-Day Theory, but it took an extra 4 days to mix. Many people that knew Tupac claimed the young star knew he was going to die and not only expressed it for his work ethic, but also told people he knew he was on short time.
He talked too much about his mortality and about death. And Papa G, you know, I'm not going to live too long, and this and that. That's why I got to accomplish this. I ain't got but a minute left, and all that stuff. And I used to say, you know, please, you know, don't even talk about that stuff around me. Why are you doing that? You're fit. You're a young man. You know, you got the whole world in your hands. Why? What's up? And he would get really. Sometimes he wouldn't speak to me when he'd come to the office. You know.
People also noticed the constant theme of 7 in Tupac's life appearing in music videos to interviews to album titles to the date he was shot and even the total numerological age he died at. There are currently 2 running themes on the internet as to who murdered Tupac. One being Orlando Anderson, a gang member Tupac had a fight with on the night of his shooting, and the other being Lil Half Dead, who is Snoop Dogg's cousin. Although there are rumors as to who killed Tupac, his death still remains a mystery. 53 days after Tupac's passing, artist and friend of Tupac, Richie Rich, released an album. He featured Tupac on one of his songs in which Tupac said this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the...
It was from Top 5 Unknowns, 5 celebrities who eerily estimated their early demises. Yeah, I think if you look at the negative all the time, you're going to get negative. But, I don't know. Let me know what you think. But anyways, how about a joke?
What kind of exercises do lazy people do?
Diddly squats. Get it? Diddly.
I'm gonna go cry now.
Thank you, everybody. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hashtag Mean Gene, all that fun stuff. And I will see you next time.